So this can be used to monitor the system when there is no other task running, and can also be used to handle data given out by high priority tasks. Okay, so this example of codes lah set up for loop. Okay, right. To close this one. Okay, so step one, basically what is idle task? Okay, so shown again from number 2, which is 02 task idle hook. Okay, so idle task is automatically created when the scheduler starts. Okay, so when there is no task available for the CPU, then this task will run lah. Okay, when the task is deleted, the memory used by it will not be free immediately. So this will be done in the idle task. Okay, so you can see from this diagram. Okay, you can see from the diagram, we have the new task in the ready box. Okay, so when the new task goes to the ready box, okay, so it will go to the running state, right? Okay, so if a task in the ready state has higher priority then the running task goes to ready state. Okay, so the running task will move to the ready state, and we will give to the higher priority task. Okay, so the higher priority task will be processed in the running state. Okay, and then as mentioned before, we also have suspended box, which is we use the vtask suspend and also vtask resume. Okay, and block where we use event or resource available. Okay, and we also can move from blocks to suspended by using vtask suspend. Okay, so from the running box or running state, we can move to suspended state by using vtask suspend. Okay, but the important notes here is the important point here is if your priority task, which is 1 or 2, okay, is higher, then it will move to the running state. Okay, so last tutorial or last simulation, I think you did almost the similar, right? Similar priority. You use 1, right? Okay, I think 1. Maybe some student already change it 1 or 2. Okay, and to see the difference lah between that two priority. Okay, step 2, using idle task hook. Okay, so to use the idle task, config use idle hook should be set to 1. Okay, config use idle hook. So config use idle hook is the function. Okay, is the function which is the header file inside the library. Okay, so we need to set to 1. In Arduino, the loop function is hooked to FreeRTOS idle task and will be called whenever the scheduler runs its idle task. Okay, so for example, if you open the library, okay, you open your Arduino library in the document. Okay, so you go to library Arduino FreeRTOS. So this is my file lah. Okay, so I use this library Arduino FreeRTOS library master. Open the SRC, and then you will get the file name as config use. Okay, config use. Okay, so this one is a FreeRTOS config lah. Okay, FreeRTOS config. Okay, so when you open the file FreeRTOS config, you can see the defined config use idle hook. Okay, which is 1. Okay, if you use different library, you will see maybe different lah. Okay, but if you use this type of library, you can see this define config hook use config use idle hook as 1. Okay, so we declare as 1 lah. Okay, because we want to use idle task hook. Okay, but by default they already set as 1 lah. Okay, so you don't have to change it, just you check lah in the library. Okay, so that in future you know how to config the config use idle hook. Okay, so run example task idle hook. Okay, so if you use the this library, you see in the example, okay? So you can see the task idle hook or example number 2, okay? So if you use the different library, okay, the old Arduino library, maybe you don't have this example, but of course you can download it lah. Okay, you can download the new library and run this file. Okay, so in this example, we are going to create 2 tasks with different priorities. Okay, so we want to see which priority impact the result. So each task will run for some time and then goes to block state, okay, allowing the other task to run. Okay, so you can see from this okay, from this block, okay, so each task will run for some time and then goes to block state. So which is block state? So this is the block state. Okay, so the block state is below the ready state. Okay, so once the waiting time is elapsed, the scheduler will bring the task to ready state. Okay, so move to the main task lah, or main state, which is ready state. Okay, and eventually to the run state, okay, or running state, if its priority is higher compared to the currently running task. So let's say if your current running task priority is 1, but your new task priority is 2, so it will replace the previous task in the running state. Okay, so the previous task will be moved to the block state. Okay, so the loop function will run whenever the CPU is idle. Okay, so the loop function is just the looping of your program. Okay, so for example, so this program, example number 2, task idle hook. So you can see the controller start the execution from setup function. Okay, so we have X task create my task 1, X task create my task 2, task 1, task 2, 100 null, and also this prioritize. Okay, so this is the priorities of 1 and 2. Okay, so you can see the first task is priority 1 and second task priority is 2. Okay, so the serial port is initialized at 9600 baud rate and setup message is printed. Okay, so setup message is printed. Later to task, which is task 1 and task 2, are created in order with priority 2 and 1. At the end, the setup function scheduler kernel takes the control. Okay, so this is the print. Okay, loop function. Okay, so loop 50%, 50 millisecond delay, where task 1 priority is 100 millisecond delay and task 2 priority 200 millisecond delay. Okay, so for the operation, loop 50 millisecond delay, task 1 priority 100 millisecond delay, task 2 priority 250 millisecond delay. Okay, so you can see from the logic analyzer diagram. Okay, so first state is the ideal setup state. Okay, and then it moves to task 1, task 2 as a process number 1. Okay, so 3 tasks in the ready state, and since task 2 has the highest priority, it will run first and goes to block state for 150 millisecond. Okay, remember that we start task 2 first because it is the higher priority. Okay, so it will goes to block state for 150 millisecond. Now 2 tasks are available. Okay, step number 2 here. Okay, now 2 tasks are available for scheduler. Okay, and it chooses task 1 as it is the available higher priority task. Okay, because we already moved task 2, so now task 1 is available. Okay, now task 1 runs for some time. Okay, task 1 runs for some time and then goes to block state. which is step number 3. Okay. Step number 3, move to block state for 100 millisecond. Okay. CPU is left out with the idle task and it starts running for process number 4. Okay. Next, for number 5, task 2 will be in block state for 150 millisecond and task 1 will be 100 millisecond. Okay, so task 1 will come out of block state first. Okay, because task 1 is just 100 millisecond, but task 2 is 150 millisecond. So task 1 is completed first. Okay, and then number 6, after task 1 waiting time is so it then goes to block state for 100 millisecond. Okay, so you can see from task 6 to task 7, it will go to the block state or idle state. Okay, and then for task number 7, CPU is left out with idle state and it starts running it. Okay, and then it moves to task 2 in number 8. Okay, after task 2 waiting time is elapsed, it comes to the ready state. Okay, so ready state is here. Okay, since it has got high priority compared to idle task, it will preempt idle task and starts running. And then it will go to block state again for 150 millisecond. Okay, and then this process is continuing lah. Okay, continuing until you stop the program. Okay, so this is how task higher task priority works. Okay. So the left diagram shows logic analyzer, okay, as shown before this, and this is the output lah, okay, output of your program in the serial port. Okay, so for example, first task 2, okay, because task 2 has higher priority, okay, which is 2, so task 2 run first, task 1 loop function, and then task 1, okay, and then loop function, so it reflected the logic analyzer in the left side. Okay. Okay, so we will see some program. Okay. So I see some of the students get problem memory and so on. Okay, because basically if you use the latest library, okay, latest library, so your latest library will have all example for example example 1, 2, 3 and so on. Okay, so if you, I believe you use this one, okay, this one. Okay, so if you use this library, okay, so you will have a problem such as error in your simulations memory, okay, too big memory and so on lah. Okay, so that I would suggest you use this type of library, which is Arduino FreeRTOS library. Okay, so later I will share this library or link with you lah. Okay, so thanks to Tan Wei Lun Tan Wei Lun share this information lah. Okay. Okay, so if you see the example, there is no example 1, 2 and 3 like our syllabus lah. Okay, but it's some sort like almost similar like our program, just maybe with the different analogy lah. Okay, so you can install this library, okay, and but you also can run the example, okay, example from the previous library, okay, that the big size library. Okay, so for example, I want to run task idle hook. Okay, so this is the explanation lah. Okay, for task idle hook. Okay, same like nodes, our nodes there. Okay, so for example, I try to run task idle hook. Okay, so upload. So I already connected. Okay, I already connected my board to port COM3. Okay, so okay, now serial monitor. Okay, so you can see. Okay, so you can see the task is running. Okay, task 2 first. Okay, then task 1, then 2 loop, and task 1. And 1 loop, and task 2, 1 loop, and task 1. Okay, so this start is based on the explanation in the slide lah. Okay, how they goes from idle state, ready state, and also running state. Okay, so you also can change the priority of the task. Okay, and you also can see the output of your serial port. Okay. So I think for your subject, I think we just do simulation and then we see the output of comport lah. Okay, I think should be enough. Okay, but for your project, basically, I want you to create the project. Okay, create the project that use free RTOS. Okay. Okay. Okay, because last time we don't have the project, Okay, so this is first time lah. We introduce project, so that's why I'm not completing the question yet. Okay, because this is just the open-ended project. Okay, so your project, so the scope of your project must be project scope. So well, first you have your free RTOS. Free RTOS concept. Okay, or knowledge that you want to apply. Concept knowledge must be applied. Okay. Second, Arduino board. Okay. Third, what else? Arduino IDE lah. Okay. Okay. And then so the program must reflect the application the application of the systems. Okay, so for example, application in your life, okay, such as security system, okay, detection, okay, detection. You don't have to do COVID lah, complicated lah, okay, security system, maybe image, okay, image scanning, okay, and so on lah, okay, maybe RFID, okay, you don't have to buy your component, but we just do the programming lah, okay, and check in the serial port communication lah, okay, RFID etc lah, okay. So check, I need to check your course information, what you want to cover. Okay. Okay, good. You don't have to cover safety and so on. So we can do. Okay, and then you need to compare, analyze the program. compare the system. Okay, and the program and sorry, another program and improve the system. Improve the system in terms of speed or size, resources lah, resources, goods, system, resources, goods, performance. Okay, example. Okay, so first you have to find your project. Okay, okay, you can find current project that available. Okay, so find the current code available in the website such as GitHub. Okay, okay, so what, find the current code. So the program or codes must reflect the application lah of the system, okay, such as security system, detection, image scanning, okay, okay, system, intelligence system, and so on. Okay, and then you analyze the program and then improve the program. Okay, improve the program in terms of speed, resources, codes, performance. Then compare the program with the previous code. Okay, okay, so this is the basic. Later I will write it properly lah. Okay, but of course this is the main gist lah. Okay, the main gist of your project. Okay, which is first try to find your project in the available website. Okay, that current project, and then I want you to think and analyze the code and improve the code so that your system can be improved. Okay, in terms of what? In terms of such as we want to improve the speed of the processing, resources such as code. Maybe you can reduce the code. Okay, maybe they have lines. Okay, more than 50 lines, but you are available or you can improve the codes. Maybe reduce. Okay, the code to 10 lines. Okay, and performance, or maybe first you do your codes and you use the RAM performance such as 10% of RAM or CPU performance. Okay, and then by using your codes, you can reduce the CPU or memory performance. Okay, so I think should be enough lah. Should be enough this project for you. Okay, so you have 3 students per group. Okay, so you have your presentation. Okay, so you have your report and your simulation, peer review. Okay, so this is the main lah. Okay, later it will be split into each assessment such as presentation, report, simulation, and also peer review. Okay. Okay, so far any question? Project scope. Clear? So I give you open-ended lah, open-ended project that you can find. Okay, the available project, and the important things is you need to improve it lah. Okay, improve it so that it it can be improved in terms of resources, performance, speed. Okay. What else that we can improve? Tan Wei Lun, do you remember in our Rinko last time?
Do you mean the last Friday?
No, last I think 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, we discussed one topic, right? The improvement of performance of the
The one
system.
that Sensei mentioning.
Yeah. Okay, I
I
think
think mostly about the optimization, just optimization.
yeah, optimization, right? Okay. So the point is optimization lah. So I give you to find what type of optimization that you want to find, or you want to improve. Okay, so I give you open lah, because from this you have to do some studies in your project and also how to improve the code. Okay. All right. So any question before we go to group discussion lah. Okay.
Doctor, for this project, like if we want to use sensor for our project, but then we do have the sensor, can we like just fit a high signal into the pin?
Yeah, you just put the name in the program only. You just declare the name only, so you don't have to pick output. But it's good. It is good if you want to continue until output of your project. But just the minimum level is to study and to comment on your program. Okay, so at least you can comment which part of the sensors or which program that you put into your sensors, and then you can comment into your serial output. That should be enough lah.
Okay.
Okay, but if you have more than that, it is so you have more marks lah. So I will put some bonus mark lah if you do more than the minimum requirement, which is the serial port lah. If you do hardware, so you will get more lah. Okay. I see the question, but sorry, I try to open. Stop sharing. Okay, question or not? Oh no, no question. I thought there is question. Okay, so never mind. You can discuss first with your members, and later you can, after finish this class, you can post your title with your group members into the WhatsApp group. Okay, then I will comment lah. So I will comment whether that project is enough or not. Okay. Why I resend? Okay, so you want to pick your friends first, or you want me to pick?
We pick ourselves.
Yelah, you choose lah. You choose your friends lah. Okay. Okay, so I give you around 10 minutes, 15 minutes to choose your partners. Okay, and then let me know. We will do some breakout room lah. Okay, so you can write in the chat here lah. Okay, you can write into the chat your team and your team members. Okay, I think you already know everyone here, right? Or at least half of the class, you know your friends, right? two, two, two. Okay, so I can see first group. Okay, so I put as group 1 lah. So group 1 is Ji Yong, Ji Yong. Okay, Ji Yong. So group 2. So Tan. So group 3. Group 3. Nushazwani, Nushazwani. Nushazwani is not here. Oh, Shazwani. Shazwani, okay. Maizato. Tika. Group 5. One. Izudin. And Lim. Lim Sheng Wei. Lim Sheng Wei. Lim Sheng Wei. Woods Lim ah? Lim Sheng Wei.
Ya saya.
Alright. Okay. Yes. Okay, so thank you for coming. Okay, so as I mentioned in the WhatsApp, okay, we don't have class tomorrow because I have a workshop. So you can use that time to discuss with your team members, okay, to improve your project, okay, and also do some discussion about the project, okay. So should you have any problem or question, you can WhatsApp me lah. Feel free to ask me. Okay, so thank you and see you next week. Assalamualaikum and good afternoon.